Raider Nation, what's going on? It's mailbag time here on the Raiders Report. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports ready to answer all of y'all's questions. How do you get on the show? Well, one, you can join us when we go live on Tuesday, and you can also use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. Let's go to Cameron Sproul. Mark Davis, biggest mistake, firing Jack Del Rio. I don't 100% agree, and I 100% don't disagree. I'd say his biggest mistake was hiring Josh McDaniels. Yes, Jack Del Rio did work really well with Derek Carr, but here's the other thing. I don't know if Jack Del Rio could work with Derek Carr because Derek Carr, before the injury and after the injury, I don't care what anybody says, totally different quarterbacks. Alan Cruz, what up? Bummed y'all ain't going to be live Thursday night, but I hope y'all have a wonderful time with your families. Stuff those bellies. Love y'all. The Raider Nation, fire. McCall! I wanted to do a watch party on Thursday as well, but I told Alex, we got to work for Christmas, so I had to pick one. So for that reason, got to go home for Thanksgiving. Let's go to Rashissimo Locke. Do we trust baby back McB to develop a rookie, though? I don't trust McDaniels to do anything. I really don't, if I'm being 100% honest with y'all. However, when you look at certain scenarios, if you don't have a quarterback, or if you have a quarterback and he's not running your system well, then sure, you might go to a different guy. I don't trust McDaniels. That's the other part of where I don't know if I want to take a quarterback. I'd rather the Raiders, honest to God opinion, I'd rather the Raiders take a defensive player like a Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, or trade back, build up the defense in the draft, build up the defense in free agency, and go out and sign a veteran quarterback that has already worked in McDaniels' system, like a Jimmy Garoppolo, like a Tom Brady, and then go that route. Or Derek takes a cheaper deal. Because I'll tell you this, I do not want Derek Carr back at $33 million in McDaniels' offense. I don't want it. Let's go to Jose. Mitch, what do you think about the rumor about Davis not having enough money to fire McDumbass? Also, can I get a shout-out for my son Logan, Peanut? He is a huge Raiders and Raiders Report fan. Well, shout-out to Peanut. Shout-out to Logan. And I don't really buy the Mark Davis doesn't have enough money rumors. In fact, a lot of people that I've talked to said that the guy who said the story was Bill Plaschke, has a lot of conflict with the Davis family. And I've also talked to a lot of people that it's not true. It's an excuse because they can't figure out why McDaniels is still around. So they come up with something, they run with the story, and then they go with it. From what I understand, it's not true. Everybody spam Peanut right now. If you throw a peanut emoji, bonus points. Now, to make sure you guys never miss any videos here on the Raiders Report, I bet Logan would tell y'all to hit that subscribe button, and I guarantee you he would tell you to hit that notification bell. So, what makes the Raiders Report different? Videos every day, free videos. It's the interaction, but it's the fact that you get a super chat telling somebody, hey, can you give a shout out to my son? That's just about as cool as it possibly gets. Logan, shout out to you. Let's go to Ron O. One of the best uses of gravy is on a Loco Moco over easy egg hamburger patty on rice, smothered with gravy, fire Mick Okel. I'll tell you what, that sounds unbelievable. That sounds really good, making me hungry. Let's go to the greatness of the Raiders. Mitch, grade the offensive line play of late. B-, C+. The Raiders, to me, have done a better job in passing situations than I expected, especially this past week when you didn't have Colton Miller, though there was one play, Jermaine Illuminor literally didn't block anyone. But the Raiders' offensive line hasn't been the problem this season. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that. The Raiders' offensive line has been average this season. Let's go to, this is a new guy, Hi All the Time. Mitch, thoughts on Jalen Carter from Georgia, and would he fit with Las Vegas? Jalen Carter is going to fit on any defense in any NFL. He is just that good. In fact, the more and more I go back and I watch some of his tape, because this is starting to be the time of the year where I go watch tape. You guys knew how much I loved Jordan Davis last season. Jalen Carter is better than Jordan Davis, and I don't even, not that it's not close. I'll take Carter because he can just totally change your defensive line room. So, do I think he fits with the Raiders? Yes, absolutely. And to me, there's top 4 prospects in the NFL draft this season. So here's my question to you. If you had to pick between these 4 players, would you take C.J. Stroud? Would you take Bryce Young? Would you take Will Anderson? Or would you take Jalen Carter? Please let me know down in the comments. Let's go to Brandon Jasper. TikTok. Let's go. He wants shot clock. So if you're watching live, we will do a shot clock at the end of the show. While on 14, just a reminder to all of you old school Raider fans, Seattle was an AFC rival of ours, so we got to send them packing with their tails between their legs. I'm aware of this. I had a few of the OG Raider fans also tell me that this week, which I appreciate you guys looking out. As far as I'm concerned, though, I try to win every week, and especially when we got another Seahawks channel here at Chat Sports talking crap, I want the Raiders to come away with a win this week. Now, remember, y'all, one of our awesome sponsors here, great holiday gift, is Established Titles. And if you want to be called a lord or a lady, like literally, legally be called a lord or a lady, go to establishedtitles.com/chat. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. The Raider Sport is sponsored by Established Titles. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially include the title of Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles, etc. It makes a great last-minute gift. The first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our own little Raider Nation. It makes an amazing last-minute gift. Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you use code CHAT, you can get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat to get your gift now to support our channel. I've had a lot of sponsors on the show, and I think that this is one of the coolest ones out there. You can literally be called Lord, Lady if you want to get this gift for your son, for your daughter, for your dog. It applies to all of those things, and it goes towards a good cause because, believe it or not, I do care about reforestation efforts. Let's go to Brandon Jasper. Be real. Do you want DC back? Be honest. I want DC back if he can prove that he works in McDaniels' offense. That answer is yes. If I get the exact same Derek Carr that I've gotten so far this season, and I'm looking at that sample size only, my answer then is no. Because, again, you got nothing to gain by bringing him back to me. I don't see it. I think you can only go up. Let's go to Radigoff Productions. You notice we blitz more. I know, I was actually thinking of you. We actually allowed the athletes to be athletes, which have the defenders that swag. Sometimes you just got to let them hang. I mean, I'm with you. To me, these guys are premier athletes. And sometimes in Patrick Graham's system, he just sits back and he makes people think too much instead of just reacting, okay? Sometimes the best thing that you can do is just let players be athletes and let them react. And what do? They blitzed. They let them get downhill. And you saw a lot of good stuff. Radigoff, I'm with you. Let's go to Raider Nation. Jas on Sahir. If we do keep the 4th pick, would you go defensive tackle or edge to help Crosby? I have Will Anderson ranked as the higher overall prospect than Jalen Carter, though I do believe Jalen Carter would be a better fit than the Raiders. So we'll see what ends up happening throughout the season. I want to watch a little bit more tape, but Will Anderson, I do think last year was better than he was this year, and Carter is really freaking dominant this year for Georgia. Let's go to B-Ray. 1 win doesn't save your job. Hashtag culture. I mean, 1 win shouldn't, and 3-7 shouldn't be fantastic, B-Ray. What up, Cooley? Is it possible to run the table? Sure. If not, what is the biggest thing that we need to do to get to the Super Bowl next year and take home field advantage? I mean, I would say the biggest thing you got to do next year is if the season doesn't go the way that you want this year, it's probably find a quarterback, build the defense. And it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. When you're 3-7 and you're in the place where the Raiders are at this season with a brand new regime, you're going to look for a new quarterback, and you got to build the defense because this defense is yet again terrible. Adrian, what's up, brother? F the Sea Chickens, go Raiders! Adrian, thanks for being an OG. You've been watching for quite some time. So with that being said, F the Sea Chickens. Let me know who you got, LV for the Raiders or, Sea Chickens. Let's go to Project 1337. Love or hate DC. You can argue that he's the reason the Raiders haven't been the laughingstock of the NFL since his arrival. Let's finish strong. I don't disagree with that. Derek has had to deal with a lot since 2014. Different coaches, terrible draft picks. All of that can be true. But again, the only thing that has been consistent since 2014 has been Derek Carr. And for me, I like playoff wins and I like Super Bowls. I'm not saying it's Derek Carr's fault. I feel like I've said that 100 times. However, if you've never won a Super Bowl, if you've never won a playoff game, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. For that reason, it's time to move on. Rowing your boat. Should we pick up an or no? I feel like we could pick up Lance if San Francisco doesn't want him, or Garoppolo. I believe no matter what, Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback of the 49ers next season. They just gave up way too much to really not give him a chance. In terms of Garoppolo, I think the two most likely quarterbacks not named Derek Carr and not in the draft to be the quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, Tom Brady. Sorry. That's how I feel. Now, if I missed your guys' question, I'm sorry. Hit me up Twitter, IG. You can also hit me up over on Locals at RaidersReport.locals.com to get even more content around the Raiders. Quick little shout out here to our MVP this week, Tri-Van. Thank you so much, man, for everything that you do for the show, and I know you're going to be there tomorrow. If you want to get a shout out like this next week, all you got to do is be the MVP during our watch party when the Raiders take on the Seattle Seahawks. So hopefully y'all hit that subscribe button. Hopefully y'all join Jeremy, Chugs, and I because it's going to be one hell of a time. I just hope we come away with a win because I'm a lot better of a person when the Raiders come away with a win. I'll see y'all on Sunday for a big-time Raiders game against the Seahawks.